Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Landon with LMR.com. Gonna be nerding out today. I'm pretty excited. We're gonna be talking about 5.0 Resto's heavy-duty silicone radiator hose kit. So the backstory on these radiator hoses, y'all know these particular hoses were equipped on SSP Mustangs from 1986 to 1993. So we went to the drawing boards and here we are. We have the 5.0 Resto heavy-duty silicone radiator hose kit. These hoses closely mimic the pale blue color on the SSP style hoses. I'm not gonna say they're an exact match because I think if we get down to the science, nothing is ever truly an exact match. But this is a very, very close representation of the pale blue on the original SSP style heavy duty silicone radiator hoses. So this is gonna be a full kit. So you're gonna get an upper radiator hose, a lower radiator hose, bypass hose, water pump to heater tube hose, heater supply, and heater return hoses. Taking our attention back to the upper radiator hose, this is gonna have the anti-abrasion tube, which if you're running like a aftermarket 3G alternator that is just a little bit larger, this can contact the casing, and this is to protect the silicone hose from rubbing against that casing and kind of rubbing a hole into the hose from like engine vibrations and engine movement and stuff like that. Speaking a little bit about the construction of the hoses, this is high-grade silicone with heat-resistant synthetic fiber reinforcement. So that's gonna allow for increased pressure tolerance. It's gonna give us the ultimate factory-like, nostalgic look and feel we all want for our 5-liter Fox Body Mustang. Also in the kit, we're gonna give you a heater core flow restrictor. The heater core flow restrictor installs on the supply hose, which is the hose that connects to the lower portion of the heater tube and connects to the heater core fitting that's closest to the center of the car. And just as a quick refresher on the heater core flow restrictor, you want the tapered end or the tapered portion of the heater core flow restrictor to face towards the front of the car and the flat side of the heater core flow restrictor to be positioned toward the firewall. We do have a video on installing radiator hoses into a 1986 to 1993 5-liter Fox Body Mustang, and I'll leave that one in the description for y'all, if you want to check that one out, if you need the help, or if you just need a refresher on radiator hoses in a 1986 to 1993 Fox Body Mustang. And then lastly in the kit, we're going to give you all the needed clamps to properly secure these hoses to their rightful spot on the radiator and the engine. But with these clamps, I actually have a factory clamp here. We were able to chase down, we were able to find, an almost identical clamp to what Ford used on the SSP cars. And this particular clamp, it's not a traditional worm drive clamp. Well, it is, but it has a liner, an inner liner here that protects the hose from the slots on the clamp. If this liner isn't here, like on a traditional worm drive clamp, as you tighten this clamp down, those slots start to tear the outer layer of the silicone, and you don't really want that. So, like I said, that liner protects the silicone as you tighten it down. Speaking of tightening it down, whenever you start to see that silicone hose start to just slightly deform, you probably want to stop. You probably got this thing tight enough. You just don't have to go and crank until you get that silicone hose starting to mushroom out from the sides of the clamp. All right, people, so that's gonna wrap it up. Like I said, I'm like a kid in a candy store when it comes to all this stuff, whether it just be, some simple hardware to a cup holder top panel, and now to the 5.0 Resto heavy duty silicone radiator hose kit. It's good to add something else to the 5.0 Resto catalog. We like this, and I know y'all are gonna like it as well. The car beside me here is actually a Florida Highway Patrol car, and the radiator hoses that were on the car were just, some stock replacements, black radiator hoses for a 1986 to 1993 5-liter Mustang. So we threw a set of the 5.0 Resto heavy duty silicone radiator hose kit, and this engine bay, other than the trick flow intake and stuff like that, it actually looks the part. If y'all are excited about the silicone radiator hose kit, let us know down in the comments. And as always, if y'all found value in what we do and y'all appreciate the commitment to the Fox Body Mustangs, like the video, subscribe to our channel, turn on notifications. That way you're notified every time we release something new. And then until we catch you in the next one, y'all know what to do for all things Fox Body Mustang. Keep it right here with the real enthusiasts, LMR.com.